Okay, we're live on the Facebook. I mean, sideways. I like forward better. I'm not feeling that sideways stuff. All right. I guess I have to now. It's already going in that motion. Damn. All right. We're live there. And now we are live over here. Hello, everybody. Or nobody so far. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the live town hall Facebook web chat. I am Fred Gattuso of Team Carteret, running for mayor of Carteret, New Jersey. I guess we'll give a minute for some folks to get out. Some folks are getting in there now. Before I get into anything or say anything, folks, if you have a second there, please hit that little share button in the corner. Please share this with all your family and friends and everybody. This week's episode, it's a hot one out there. But before we get into anything or we say anything, I want to send our condolences, our thoughts, and our prayers on behalf of myself, my family, Team Carteret, of Regina Merritt and Tony Gallo, of all my family and friends, of Andrew Joan, of everybody, and on behalf of the borough of Carteret as well. We want to send our condolences out to the Duvall family on the loss of JJ. The kid really was a real-life superhero and an inspiration to many of us. When we would see on social media all the updates about what was going on with him and his health, and the fact that that little boy was still able to keep a smile and to keep his wits about him and to show us to stay strong with everything he was going through, really was inspiration to many folks, even to folks that never met that little boy. He gave us inspiration and hope, and we can't imagine what the family is going through right now, but I think I can say on behalf of everybody, it feels as if the entire community lost him. And we just want to send our prayers, our thoughts out to the whole entire family. And JJ, you really were a superhero, and it shows a lot of how good you were raised by your parents and your grandparents, that you were able to be so strong in such a situation. And my heart breaks for the entire family. And please pay your respects to the superhero. We wanted to touch on that first because that's something I think everybody in town has been thinking about over the weekend. And I know from the moment I heard it, my heart just sunk. So we wanted to say that first and foremost, and send our prayers and condolences out there to the family. Okay, we're streaming live on the Facebook. We're streaming live on the YouTube right now. Hello, everybody watching. Hello there, Debbie. Hello, LJ. Hello, everybody. I'm glad you're all back with us on this. I'm sweating, my goodness, on this very extremely hot episode. Like I said, if you want to stay cool, stay inside and watch our live stream video, because it is a scorcher out there, folks. It is very hot. Please be safe. Please look after the elderly, people with health conditions, people, young kids, pets. Please make sure everybody's inside, cool and hydrated, because this is not safe. Hello there, Emily. Have five. This is not safe weather to be out there. And hello to everybody that's watching. Hello, Kelly. Hello, everybody. So yeah, I think, the definition of community, hello Susan, it would be everybody helping the family out in these times. So please send your love and thoughts and prayers to the family of JJ. How the hell do I go to something else after that? Let me see here. It's been a little hectic and chaotic kind of week. Besides the heat there, folks, there's been a lot of things. There's some things I'm going to touch on tonight. Last week, I think some folks said I may have said too much last week, but I don't think I said enough. Hello, Michelle, Susan, everybody. But that's how we're going to do it, folks. We're going to keep it real with everybody, and we're going to tell the truth on everything that I hear and that has been brought to my attention. And many things are brought to my attention daily from all different sources. And we don't just put anything out until we double, triple, and sometimes 4 times check it to make sure everything is accurate and whatnot. But we're going to bring win or lose this election, we're going to win, but win or lose this election, we're going to expose them all. We're going to expose them all from the top to the bottom, from the indirect to the direct, and to the ones playing both sides. I'm going to expose you all. And many people don't like that. And I understand completely why they don't like it, because who would want to be exposed when your hands are filthy and your souls are filthy? So we're going to expose you bastards, every single one of you, regardless who you are, regardless what your position is, regardless if you think you're on the top of the food chain or if you're standing right next to me. I'm going to expose you all if your hands and souls are filthy. Trust me on that. Speaking about the community, there's something here I'd like to say here real quick. The community, you know, we rely on certain departments and people that to ensure our safety as a borough, as residents of this borough. And this current administration doesn't seem to respect them that much. Certain departments, certain folks that risk their lives to keep us safe. The council in this town, in December of 2012, voted not to approve the salaries for fire captains. Did any of you folks know that? Did you folks know that? Thus, this was eliminating the position of fire captains in the future. We're going to expose you bastards right now. They have fire lieutenants doing the work of captains for almost nothing in extra pay. Nothing. These are cost-cutting methods that the mayor uses to keep everybody's taxes down. Meanwhile, you're putting everybody's lives at risk. You're putting everybody's safety at risk. Reducing manpower on these shifts. That's what they've been doing. These are their cost-cutting methods. You pay enough in your taxes, and now they want to risk your safety, God forbid, if something happens. The Firefighters Union filed a grievance a couple of months ago stating that the lieutenants are doing the work of captains, so they should be receiving a lot of captain's pay. That's only fair and right since they're doing the work for it, right? It went to court, and the judge said, yes, they should get the extra pay for doing the extra work. They won that. Why doesn't the town promote men to captains? Why don't we in our fire department? Mark, why don't we? There used to be 5 men on each shift, 4 different shifts. Now there's only 4. Why? With the increase of residents in this town, wouldn't it only make more sense to add manpower to that shift, to those shifts, not reduce them? Come on, Burrow. I know you guys are watching. And this info has come from many, many different people, from many different sources concerned about this, concerned about the safety of our residents. Because we have brave souls, men and women out there that are putting their lives on the line, risking it all to make sure that our safety is intact. But this is not lies, folks. This is truth, like I just stated to you. They filed a grievance, and they won. Why are you guys not promoting anybody there to captains? Why? All for your cost-cutting method? Don't you guys skim enough off there? Hey, everybody. Hey, Jackie. Don't you guys skim enough? You're putting people's lives at risk by doing this. This is not made-up stuff, folks. This is not exaggerations. This is not Fred Gattuso talking gibberish. These are actual facts. Why did the grievance even have to be filed in the first place? Why did it even come down to that point? So the mayor put a couple extra bucks in his pockets to make sure that you folks weren't safe. To make sure our men and women going into those fires, into those hazardous, dangerous situations weren't safe. In return, that's making your folks not safe. Without that manpower, when you need them, a situation could escalate into something even worse. These are questions, folks, that people need to start asking. You got firefighters doing captain's jobs. And they're getting no extra pay, and nobody's getting promoted. This is the part I say shame on the Borough Hall, and shame on the fire chief, who are all in cahoots together anyway with the Carteret Business Partnership. Snakes of one oil slide together, you know what I mean? You're right, that is the way they roll, unfortunately, Kelly. Like I said, share this, folks. Because if they thought I was going to get deep on them before, we haven't masked the tape off my mouth yet. I'm not going silent. There's a few other things we're going to be discussing in a moment here. About, share this, folks. For you folks that did watch last week, we're going to touch more on that whole Tree Street incident that was going on, that I explained to you, that many residents in the Sikh community came out to me and spoke to me about, very concerned about murders possibly going on in the basement. I reiterated what was told to me to the authorities, and this weekend, on Saturday to be exact, share this, folks, please. These people obviously, hello, Lovey, these folks don't like me exposing them, which I'm sure they don't. And just so you folks all know, if you don't like me now exposing you, wait till I get into office, okay? Because even when I'm in office, I'm going to expose you all, and we're going to get rid of you. That's why you don't like me, because I'm speaking the truth, and you don't want the truth. You want your residents blinded and in the dark. You don't want them to question anything. Well, I'm going to bring it right forth to them. So this weekend, I was invited to a private meeting in a public place, which really didn't make any sense. But it was a private meeting, and it was just like, meanwhile, my boyfriend called the fire department, no answer. Yeah. I put in for to be a volunteer fire department member in 2011, 2012. I never received that call back, by the way. But I got invited to this meeting with these members of the Sikh community, so I went down there to Carteret Park, down at the hot house. It's supposed to be this very important meeting. I was invited by a few members of the community, so I went down there. And as I was parking my car on Carteret Ave, who did I see? But Triple D, we call him, Double Dippin' Damascio, driving around on his little Carteret business partnership street sweeper there, giving me the dirty look like this. Like he's a big tough guy. You're a wankster, dude. You're a joke. You circled the island 4 times looking at me, staring at me, and I was staring back at you too. Like, do something. You want to stare at me like that? Like you love me? I also saw another little public worker, Randy Crum. We'll discuss him in a minute. So as I was getting out of my car, Mr. Damascio was all there, being all 911 investigative. Oh my God, what's he doing? What's he doing in Carteret Park? Who's he going to see? It's a public park, jackass. I can see anybody I want. So I walked over to the meeting, and I kept seeing him all freaking out, paranoid on his little street sweeper there, buddy. You should be proud of yourself. So then, you missed a spot, sucker. I mean, your street sweeper, it sucks. Not you, but who knows. So I saw him jump on the phone real quick like this, flipping out when he saw me sitting down next to the Sikhs talking, because they were deciding if they were going to officially back me or they had enough of Ryman and how many times he screwed the Sikh community over, which he has many times, including how he screwed them over with the sound permits for their event coming up. They gave him the permission to have it in the park, but they wouldn't let him get the sound permit because they said that it was too noisy, too many people complained. But in defense to the Sikhs, that's not right, because you let the Latin Fest have a sound permit, and you let Ethnic Day have a sound permit, and you could hear that music all the way in West Carteret over the bridge. So, there's a lot of times the Sikh community has been screwed by the Ryman administration, but then they're pretty much fed up with them. So as we're sitting there having this meeting, excuse me, I might say some things that might get me in trouble. Oh, well. So as I'm sitting there having this conversation with these folks, and they were very supportive and very backing of Team Carteret, I should say, Double Dippin' Damasshole, he jumped on his phone and he called a certain person who works in the Carteret Parks Department, who just happens to be the owner of the place that we were talking about last week, where people are mysteriously going dead inside of their basement across the street in Carteret Park. So he called that guy. That guy jumped in his little Carteret Parks Department truck, drove over to the meeting, got out there saying whatever the hell he was saying in their language, in Indian, and started yelling at this one guy, and the guy got up over there, and he's yelling at him at the side, blah, 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 blah. I could tell it was all about me, because the guy was fuming, pissed off. Well, of course, if you got people dying mysteriously in your basement and somebody's exposing that to the public, you're probably not going to be too happy about that, right? Right, buddy? 2 Tree Street, right? So after that conversation with the Indian fella, they then said no more politic talk, which was the whole reason you guys invited me there, was for the politics talk. So then a few minutes later, I was asked to leave because the Indian fella, who just so happens to work for the Parks Department, who just so happens to be the owner of the address that we were talking about last week, which so many people in the Sikh community came to me and said that mysteriously people are dying in this basement, that the report was sent to the police in 2016. I believe it was actually July 2nd, 2016 was when that incident happened, from my understanding and from the paperwork I've seen. And like I said, there was Damascus on the phone, Damascus calling on the phone. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, Gattuso's walking over to the meeting. See how it works, folks? When I say mafia-like mentality, I think we could just leave the mentality part off of that. Just say, let's call a spade a spade. They think they're a mafia. And like from what we heard, the mayor's a puppet for the five families. That's true. That's true. That's what we've been hearing. I've been hearing even more from other folks coming up to me telling me this, that he's just a puppet. And I believe it. I absolutely believe it. So that happened on Saturday. And it was a little strange and mysterious. And I guess they were worried that the people, some of the folks that helped them get into office in the first place were sick of the cronyism. They were sick of the mafia-like mentality. They were sick of all that crap and corruption and cover-up that's been going on forever. So that's why they reached out to me. And like I said, I reported it all to the sheriff's office because I don't want my name involved in any of that. I would love to help these people, and especially if people are dying in there, then I think the feds and I think the authorities need to look into that, into the detectives that are on the case that were switched. If this is true, get these bastards. Get these people. Get them. People are dying mysteriously in the basement and smelling like cover-ups. So I just wanted to put that out there to give you an idea of how this political junk works, okay? This is what it is. It's junk. I'll be honest with you. I hate politics. I'm not a politician. I'm a citizen running for office. I think politics suck, and that's why I'm trying to run for this and change it, to help the people. So to give you an example, that's how these people work. That's how they work. They're little spies, they're little eyes. They see me, they start getting all panicky, they start making phone calls and stuff. And the masshole, you're a wankster. Speaking of wanksters, over the weekend, it was brought to my attention by a bunch of people, and I hate to even give this parasite of life even a second of attention, but, you know, since you're so desperate and begging for it, Randy Crum, in case you haven't known, he, the same jackass who called me a pedophile back then, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. He went and he took a few photos of mine. This kid seems to be obsessed with me. Seems to be a little stalker. He reminded me of my ex-girlfriend who was a stalker. By the way, and as someone who was a victim of domestic violence, I can tell a stalker a mile away. Randy, you're a stalker. I'm going to call you that right now. So he took a bunch of photos from one of my pages, a photo of a mural that was done for my uncle who passed away, a famous actor by the name of Frank Vincent Gattuso. And I guess Randy doesn't like my sneakers or like my socks for whatever reason, Randy. You know, Randy, how do I say this the right way? Because you're really not worth the attention at all, and I hate to even give you the few seconds, but you're just so desperate for it. Raymond Crum. That's right. Raymond. Oh, Raymond. Remember that song, Ray? Let me give you a little backstory on why Raymond Crum really doesn't like me, okay? Back in 2008 it was, okay? Back in those MySpace days. See, I've done music. I still do music. I had a music page for every single different group I had, and at that point I think I had like something like 20-some groups. It was insane. But we made a lot of music, folks. And Mr. Raymond Crum, the councilman's son, he sent me a message how much he really loved my music and he was a fan of mine, and he wanted to offer me $300 to make a song with him. Now, I don't really do what I love for money. I do it because I love it. So I said, you know what, let me check the kid's music out. I checked it out, and I'll be honest with you, it was god-awful. It was horrible. And after hearing it, I said, no, you know, I was trying to be nice about it, and I said to the kid, look, man, I'm really busy right now. I don't have time to make a song with you, but I appreciate the offer. He's like, well, please, he kept messaging me back, begging me. And I was like, look, man, sorry, dude. The answer is no. Now, after being nice about it a few times, well, that's when I had to put my foot down. And I said to him, look, man, I got to be honest with you, you suck. You're horrible. You're a joke. You should put the mic down. You should never touch the mic. You're not a good representation of Carteret. You're a wankster. You're whack, dude. So the kid then, I guess he felt offended by it. Okay, after offering me $300 to make the song. And trust me, I had folks tell me I should take the $300 and just make the song with the kid. But I'm sorry, I wouldn't feel right with myself, even if it was $3,000 to take a song and make a music with this herb. So I then started hearing around town from a lot of residents and friends and stuff that this kid's running around blabbing his mouth that he's going to shoot me. Okay, he's going to shoot me. And on his MySpace and his Facebook pages, he had all these photos of him with guns and drugs and stuff. Good representation of a councilman's son, by the way. It shows a lot about how you're raised by your parents. So there was all these photos of guns and drugs and stuff on there. I said, oh, okay, you're going to shoot me. See, I come from an old school age. If you're going to have a problem with somebody, you address that. You don't be a punk and run with a gun. You handle it. So, like I said, I make music. I'm a hip-hop artist. I'm an MC, not a rapper. So when in the world of music, and I heard this kid made a song about me, whatever. So I made a song. Me and one of my music groups, we made a song about the kid, and we annihilated him. We destroyed him. Even the kid's friends were praising us for the song, added in their iPods and stuff. So anyway, long story short, about a year later, I bump into him at Kelly's Pub. And it's a true story. You can go ask Spanky down there, the bartender, if you don't believe me. I bump into him at Kelly's Pub, and he's there with like 20 of his cronies. I'm there with like 2 friends. And I said, you know what? We're going to settle this right now, buddy. I told my 2 friends to take a hike, Big Lou and Show. Take a hike, buddies. I got this. I tell the kid to come outside and to bring all his friends. This is a true story, folks. Ask Spanky. Ask him and his buddies that were there. Kid came outside. I confronted him face to face. You want to run your mouth about me? You're going to shoot me? You're some big tough guy. Here's your opportunity. Do something. That's why, don't run your mouth and be some tough guy behind a screen. Do something. I don't want no problem with you. No. You're running your mouth. You're going to shoot me. You've got a problem with me. So here's your opportunity. Do something. Man up or be a mouse. He was a mouse. He sat there squeaking. What are you doing? What's the problem? In front of all his friends. I took my glasses off. I said, hit me, Randy. You want to run your mouth? Hit me. Kid wouldn't have hit me. He cowered, like the punk that he is. I called him out in front of all his friends with the little girl that he was there with at the time. He wouldn't do nothing. I even got down on my knees and said, hit me. Kid wouldn't do nothing. So I said, well, that shows who you are. That was over with. Okay. And then let's fast forward a year later. A year later, I get invited to a barbecue out in Carteret Park. Okay? I go to this event, little drinks, little food and stuff. I go to this event, and who's there but Raymond? Oh, Raymond. And he sees me there, and he starts pointing to his dad and runs to his dad. He runs to Daddy, the councilman. Daddy, there's Gattuso. He's talking about me in a song. After I made you cry in front of all your friends, kid. All right? That's a true story. Without even lifting a finger. I made you cry. So he runs to his dad, and then his dad, being drunk in the park, him and his buddy, the masshole, they come up to me, all drunk, bombed in Carteret Park, which I thought it was illegal to be bombed in Carteret Park anyway in a public place, but I guess when you're a councilman, you're above the law, right? So they came up to me and tried to confront me, and I laughed in both of their damn faces. And I'll laugh in their faces again. And I said, yeah, your son's a punk. He wants to run around talking he's going to shoot people. He's lucky all he got was a song. And by the way, if you ever want to hear that song called Raymond, Clown Prince of Carteret, message me and I'll send you that song. His friends probably still have it in his iPod because we destroyed that kid. We destroyed his whole career. We destroyed his life. And the best attention he ever got in the world was that song. So we just wanted to put that out there real quick. Raymond, get off my Bozak. Okay? You got something to say, you say it to my face. You be a damn man, not some punk behind a computer screen. Don't go posting things on social media. You bring it out. Don't hide behind social media. You a man or you're a mouse. We proved it years ago. You're a mouse, kid. That's all you are. You got a problem, be a man and say it to my face. Because you know what? You got a problem with my shoes. You got a problem with my Adidas black shoes with my purple and red stripes. I have no problem turning those brown and red real quick, kid. Okay? So we gave him enough attention. And I just want to say, it's very sad on their part that Ryman and his cronies are sending that reject degenerate with his tattoos all over, who works for the Carteret Business Partnership and from other borough things. He's on the list of borough employees to come talk trash about me. Dan, if you're a man, why don't you come to my face and talk some trash? Why are you sending your little cronies? Why are you sending your Solanists? Why are you sending your bum crumbs? Why are you sending these clowns? Because that's what you are. You're a bunch of clowns. The circus is in town. Kelly Rose, no, Borough Hall. So we just want to put it out there, say it, and that's it, and move on now. If all you people have to talk about is my shoes, then you're in real trouble come November. Real trouble. Huh? Oh, real trouble. Today, let's see. Today I got back. I had a video that I actually recorded earlier down Borough Hall, but I didn't post it. I forgot to because this heat's been getting me a little bit discombobulated a bit. I didn't even make my list tonight, but we're got a lot to cover. Today we got back lawsuits. This is not even half of them. These are just the ones I found interesting. I got another half on the other side of the table there. But these are all lawsuits from and against the borough from 2002 to 2010. This isn't even half, right? This is maybe a quarter. About a quarter of them right here, folks. There's some very interesting ones in here that I saw. There was one about a person that was fired from Borough Hall because of their political beliefs. And that's funny. That was one of the first ones that I read. They were fired because of their political beliefs. I think it was it May 2005? Was it that one? I think. Was the exact, wait, do we have that one there? They were fired because, like I said, it says that they had their own different political beliefs. And in the lawsuit, it said, it was a violation of the New Jersey state constitution and as well as the federal constitution, because you have the right to believe and support any party you want. So when I kept saying to everybody for the past 16 of these that we've done, how they retaliate against people if you're not associated with their party or if you believe in a different party, that's true. We have it in black and white in lawsuits. They've done it, folks. Since 2000, back when it was 2005, I believe it was. This has been going on. It hasn't stopped. It's continually going on. It's continually going on. And as a matter of fact, too, that little post that Crumb Cake put up, your 100% facts are actually very inaccurate, kid. So far, you're only about 20% right on your facts. That's very questionable. The only fact that you put up, to be honest with you, is that, yes, I do my live town hall chats at my sister or my brother-in-law's house, which I have the right to do it anywhere. Are you stalking me, Randy? Because all your other facts are completely wrong. You say I live with my grandfather. I'm sorry to break it down to you, kid. I never even met my grandfather. They were passed away before I was ever born. You want to disrespect a photo of my late great uncle? And then another one with me and my girlfriend in it? You're very unprofessional, Randy. And that's saying it nice. Raymond. Oh, Raymond. Enough with that. So the lawsuits, yeah, there's a lot of very interesting ones in here. We saw a lot in here about how they're eminent domain in place. We saw one in here how, like I said, I got these afternoon. I had to pay $38 it was for some of these. There was another one in there where when they were doing the eminent domain, and it's funny, I kept seeing somebody's name in a lot of these. Eric Jabenko, the guy that's in the Housing Authority. Yeah, he used to be part of the Carteret Revival Commission. Is that what it was called? I was told from a few people, Eric's not happy that I'm talking about the Housing Authority. Well, maybe if you guys did your job and you didn't suck so much, I wouldn't have to talk to you about you guys. Because I'm going to expose all you devils. I'm going to expose you all. I'm not going to give you credit for fixing the man's roof that we made a video about, because for 6 years, you didn't fix the damn man's roof. You just didn't get off your ass and do anything. So don't go patting yourself on the back, because until we started making videos about it, you didn't do a damn thing. So no credit's going to go to you, Eric, so stop sending people to ask me to take it easy on you guys, because I don't give a damn who it is. Like I said, I'm going to expose you all. You're all my enemies in this. This is a war. And win or lose, I'm going to expose you. Like I said, every single one of you, whether you're directly connected, indirectly connected, or you're playing both sides. In the words of my brother, David DJ Diorsi, rest in peace, ain't nobody safe. Nobody is safe. I heard from many people this week that Mark Harushka, the guy that's the fire chief, you know, the guy that's not promoting people, the captains, That guy, you know, the bald-headed guy with the glasses with the red truck that's always parked in front of the borough, who's always in uniform in Borough Hall, who has his Carteret Business Partnership office in Borough Hall. When are you the fire chief when you're in Carteret Business Partnership doing work for them every day in Borough Hall? Mark, I heard you're not so happy that I'm questioning you folks. And no one's sending people to take photos of your house down there, Mark. No one's doing that. Are you paranoid? Are you paranoid? You should be with all those people that you surround yourself with. But I heard that Mark Harushka sued the borough. And back in, what was it, 2000 something, 2005 or something like that, you sued the borough, Mark? But I didn't notice that lawsuit in any of these, So this is 2 stacks. I didn't notice them in this stack either. So Mark, where's your lawsuit? Because you did file a lawsuit, didn't you? Because I heard from many people in many divisions in this town that you did. So Mark, where's your lawsuit? I guess your lawsuit's the same place the captains are, right? Nowhere to be found. Did you settle out of court with them, buddy? Or did they make you partners? Start asking questions, folks. Share this if you haven't yet, folks. I'm going to get back to read everybody's stuff. I'm not ignoring you. I just wanted to touch on a few things before I get to there. But, like I said, I hate to even waste my time on that person. But Mark, you're one of them. You, Jabenko, Ryman, Joe Hall, the Masshole, Crumb, Naples. You're all... We didn't start yet, folks. We didn't start yet. Trust me. We didn't even get into the ammo yet. Door knocking. Door knocking. We did not do door knocking this weekend because I'm gonna tell you straight up, it was too goddamn hot. And I was told from a lot of folks that if I went door knocking this weekend, people would be mad because it's so hot. But we're getting back on that. You know, this is a holiday weekend. I understand a lot of people aren't gonna be gone. We're gonna be gone this weekend and doing their things, different events, everything. So we're gonna be getting back onto the door knocking very, very, very soon. Like I said, we're not going to announce where we're going or anything anymore because, you know, these devils are going to spy and God knows say what, especially after the stuff we've exposed last week and this week. It's probably not safe for me to announce where I'm going to be going door knocking, whether with other people or by myself, but it's going to get done. And I'm in this to win this. I don't know what other people are in this for. But I'm in this to win this. And these hands are going to knock on every goddamn door in this town. Even if I have to do it multiple times. I got my map. I've been checking off everywhere I'm going. You've never seen somebody like me, Burl. You've never seen somebody like me. No, I'm not going to go. I'm sorry, folks. It's 105 degrees. I'm not going to go door knock. You know, thank God we got these live chats and stuff. But we're going to get back out there soon. And when we do, and there's a little bit more, you know, under 3 digits, we're going to be knocking everywhere. And anybody wants to come with me, you're more than welcome. Please, I'm asking you, come out and walk with me. You don't got to do nothing. Just stand there, hold the flyer for me. You don't even got to say a word. Because you can't trust these snakes. It's like you can't trust that little dirty woman who came in the other day and started waving to me. Why are you coming in here waving to me, lady? You know we don't care for each other, and you pop a lot of trash about me. And you pop trash about me all over social media, and you come in here to be sarcastic and wave. Is it because you go out with Bobby Brown, who happens to be the mayor's uncle? We're going to call you all out. I'm calling you all out, folks. I'm going to lose. I'm going to expose yous. You understand? Folks, I don't think you realize how serious this is. If I don't catch a bullet in my head by November, it's a miracle. Because, yes, I am dealing against the mafia here. And you folks, I think you really need to wake up and realize this and start taking back your damn town. Because it's not if I win, it's if this town wins. If I lose, here's reality, folks. The whole damn town is going to lose. Because you're going to get 4 more years of this corruption. You're going to get a mayor that's going to do whatever the hell he wants, a council that's going to do whatever the hell they want, the same way they've been doing whatever the hell they want, and they're going to be doing this to you the same way they've been doing for the past 16 years. So, folks, I don't know if I'm just trying to start a fire under your ass, but you people need to get up and get more involved, start asking questions, and getting this moving. Because I ain't winning this damn campaign by myself. I'm not. This is a group effort here. If you're happy with the way things are, then don't vote for me. It's that simple. I'm not kissing anybody's ass for a vote. If you want change, you want something different, look at the camera right now, because this is your answer. Otherwise, take 4 more years of the scum that have been screwing you for 16. Okay? To the folks in Chrome, what have they done for you in 16 years? Nothing. To the folks in West Carteret, what have they done for you for the last 16 years? Nothing. You both got flooding. Every time it rains, Bergen Street looks like hell. Pinot Street looks like hell. Why is no street more important than either one of those? Because it's right next to Borough Hall. Because the other two are eyesores that are out of the way. Yeah, what will they do for you? Folks, I'm going to start asking you people questions. What is the borough doing for you? Okay? Let me answer. Take a moment, you answer that. What am I going to do for you? I'm going to fight for you. I'm going to get new goddamn sewer systems in this town so you ain't having that problem of flooding over there in West Carteret, which has been going on forever. The same thing with Bergen Street. Why did they do it over here at Pinot Street? Let me talk about flooding for a minute here, folks. There was a woman I talked to over the weekend. Very sweet lady. I've actually talked to her quite a few times. Her son is a star athlete at a Carteret, at a track. And the mayor praised her son when he was running and doing all these things and doing great. And he was patting himself on the back. Man, you didn't put your feet in his shoes and run. So why are you taking credit for that? He was patting himself on the back. Oh, look at this great athlete Carteret have. Meanwhile, his mother bought a home in Carteret not so long ago, and she's been having terrible, tremendous flooding in her house. You know, I've been hearing a lot, big problems with the flooding from West Carteret to Chrome, and now even down by the borough. Well, the same person, this is the mother of the son who the mayor was patting himself on the back. Look at this great runner we have. Yeah. For 2 years, she's been crying, begging for help from the town because her insurance won't cover up anymore because of all the flooding. Same thing like the folks I talked to in West Carteret. If flooding so much, homeowners insurance won't cover it. And they're losing all these equipments, these hot water heaters, everything in their basement over and over again. And then after talking to more people, talking to contractors, a bunch of the contractors will refuse to even work with Carteret. That should tell you something right there. When they heard Carteret, they said, absolutely not. I'm not even going near that corrupt cesspool was the exact words. She then went, after crying to Borough Hall a couple times, went there in tears. The mayor wouldn't even come out and see her. He came out, looked, and then went back in his office and ran like a little groundhog in a hole. So she went another time begging, crying for help, and they're like, oh, we got this great plan for you. This great plan. You could take out a loan through the town. It'll cost you $5,000. And she was thinking about it because she needs help with this flooding that's going on. She's ready to sell her house and get the hell out of here. It's like becoming a money pit. And she then found out she would have to actually take out 2 loans, a loan from the town for $5,000 with the interest rate as well, and she'd have to put a lien on her house until she paid it, and then they would have to take out another loan as well. And thankfully, the contractors that she talked to were actually honest and respectable, and they said to her, this is not going to solve your problem. The only people that's going to benefit from this is actually the borough, because you're still going to have the problem. The basement may not be flooding anymore. It's because of a valve that's coming in. It's going to, when the rain's coming in too hard and everything, it's going to stop you from being able to use your bathroom. So you won't have flooding in the basement anymore, but God forbid if you have to go number 1 or number 2, you have to leave the house. So, and it all because of the sewer system in town. Sewer systems, they're outdated, they're inefficient, they're causing homeowners here to want to leave because of all the problems. They're not even able to get insurance on their home because they're getting flooded left and right. But let's worry about that ferry, folks. Let's get that friggin' art center there. To hell with the folks whose homes are flooding. So long story short is, the mayor maybe he'll answer her phone calls now that we're putting this out there and putting him on blast. But you were so quick to pat yourself on the damn back about her son being a tremendous athlete, which he is. But you weren't so quick to ever answer that phone to return her calls when she needed it. You took the credit for something you had nothing to do with, but then you didn't fix the problem you have everything to do with. Shame on you. Perfect example. The flooding. Flooding in this town is out of goddamn control. We have it on our list to fix this sewer system. You had 16 years, you didn't do a damn thing. You didn't do a damn thing. You made cosmetics nice. You put a clean blanket on a dirty bed with bed bugs. And all the bed bugs are all the people that you put into power with your mafia-like mentality. Alleged. Share this, folks, if you haven't. We're on 40 minutes. Maybe I should start answering some questions and stuff now. Like I said, please be careful with this heat going on here. Let's see. Let me scroll this back here. Get us some questions now because I didn't even realize I was talking for 40 minutes. That went pretty fast. Oh my goodness. All right, everybody. Hello, everybody that's watching. Hello, Fred. Hello, Emily. Hello, Kelly. Hello, Sue. Hello, Michelle. Hello, Jackie. Jackie, congrats on the new house. I'm sorry I wasn't able to come over there and help you move and stuff. For the folks that do know me, they know I have a bad back and a bad neck, and that I'm not supposed to lift over a certain amount of weight because of due to old accidents that I had in the past and lawsuits against those big multi-billion-dollar corporations. This is funny. My whole life, people have been telling me, "Oh, you can never do this. You can never do that. You can never do that." And I say, "Watch," and I prove them wrong every time. I had an accident for a billion-dollar corporation named Tyco, and they told me, "Oh, you're never going to win that lawsuit." Okay, we won. Every time they tell me I can't, I do. So let's see what else we got here. Jackie, we got Kelly. That's the way they roll, sadly. You're absolutely right. Hello, Dandry Joan. Hello, Lovey. Meanwhile, my boyfriend called for the fire department. No answer. We got that. Yes, same thing I called. I didn't get nothing there. How do they know all this information? How do they know all this information? I guess you're talking about me? Well, because they're stalking me. If that's what you're talking about, yeah. But see, a lot of their information is completely inaccurate. Like I said, I don't live with my grandfather. I've never met either one of my grandfathers. My grandfather Gattuso passed away way before I was born, and my grandfather Holmes, who I'm named after, Frederick, passed away before I was born as well, which is why I'm named after him. I do live with my mother because my mother is very not so well with her health, who almost passed away last year. So if you want to make fun of me for helping take care of my mother, Randy, shame on you. Hopefully your mother never gets sick and you have to take care of her someday. Okay? But on top of staying with my mother, I also have an apartment with Andrew Joan in New York City, which we've had for the past 5 years. So I don't need to live in Carteret. Sorry. We have an apartment in New York, which honestly, if we lose this election, I'm getting the hell out of this town. I don't want nothing to do with it. I'm going to leave. So I'll probably be forced to leave, to be honest with you, from all the BS with this disgusting politics in this town. So I think we should win and kick them out of town. That's what I think. So, Mr. Raymond, your facts aren't really facts at all. You didn't say anything actually correct. The only thing you said correct is that, yes, I do these broadcasts at my sister's house and my brother-in-law's house. And they have the right to have a family member over, and I have the right to do a podcast or a video chat wherever the hell I want to. It's a free country, folks. Want to make fun of me, Raymond? Want to make fun of me, Raymond? Get your facts right, kid. You ain't never been right. You ain't never been right, kid. No offense, you ain't never been right. How do they know all this information? Because they're stalkers and they got no lives and that's all they want to do. So, touche. Why can't you just be talking to them? Why can't you just be talking to them? I'm confused. I'm confused on that. Oh, talking to the Indians. Oh, exactly. Yeah, why can't I be talking to the Indians? Because God forbid they don't back Dan. Oh, my God. Yeah, hell out of here, you clowns. God forbid they don't back the corruption any more than they already have. All the talk and BS walks. You're right, and that's all they do is walk. Hello, everybody that's watching. Chris Steve says, hello. Deborah says, definitely want to hear that. All right. Kelly says, own it. Oh, I own it. I own everything. I have no shame in my game. I have no shame in my game. It's like I have no shame in the song I made about Raymond. And like I said, if anybody wants to hear it, message me. I have no problem sending it to you. Would you like a copy of it, Raymond? In case you forgot? Raymond. Yeah, do it. Sharon says she used to work for the Carteret Housing Authority, and boy, do you have stories. I would love to hear those stories, because I've been hearing a lot of stories from people who used to work there, from people who do work there. Not Tony Gallo, let's make that clear. From other people that do work there and stuff, and they're pretty much fed up with it too and everything. You know what I mean? asking me to tone down on you. Go to hell. Are you kidding me? I'm not giving you no credit. You're not on my team. You're not on Carteret's team. Are you kidding? 6 years that man sat there with a leaky roof. You didn't do nothing until we made a video. Nothing until we brought it to the public. Shame on you. Shame on you, folks. The hell out of here. Give you credit. Go easy on you. Start doing your goddamn job. If you want to hear you help somebody move into a place, do your goddamn job. We're not going to give you credit for doing your job. I'm sorry. I don't go to, unless you're a waiter, I ain't tipping you for doing your job. I'm sorry. You don't get a, oh, thank you for doing your job, Chibanko. You're out of your mind. Team Carteret, I'll do it. Actually, there's one other thing I wanted to discuss, too. I didn't bring this up. It was, and the person asked me not to bring it up yet, but I'm going to bring it up. The Solanas creep and the Raymond, the director of miscommunication that Ryman hired to do his little dirt on me, he's been digging up. They think they found this new emerald green evidence. I didn't tell you about this one, but I laughed at it. They went back and found some post of me from like 2010 or something, or some comment that I made on somebody's post about hookers on Carteret Ave by the library. Okay. And they think that's their concrete evidence. They're going to give it. I'm sorry, folks. I've never paid for sex. It was a joke that we said Carteret's becoming such a slumlord crap hole of a city, which is what they're trying to make it, that pretty soon you're going to have hookers on Carteret Ave by the library, which really isn't too far off because I've been propositioned by hookers at Walgreens. So if you guys think that that's your big thing, that Gattuso was making a joke about hookers on Carteret Ave at the library, that's your big thing? About oral sex. I'm sorry, oral sex at the library. That's what it was. Yeah. That joke actually became reality because there is hookers, like I said, down at Walgreens. I go to Walgreens to get dog food for Buster, and I get propositioned now. So if that's your big thing you're going to come get me with? Because if you want to talk about oral sex on Carteret Ave, I can tell you about a story that I've seen on Carteret Ave with people in the administration and somebody in the housing authority. So if you want to go there with that, we can go there real quick. I never paid for sex. I never paid for somebody to pretend they're my girlfriend. Can you say that? $1 million? Let's see here. Yeah, do it. I just wanted to bring it out there and address that real quick because it had to be brought there. If that's your next big gun and, cannon in the gun, then you're shooting water, kid. You're shooting blanks. Let's see here. Are you going to the fireworks tomorrow? Is tomorrow the fireworks? On the 2nd? Why the hell are we having the fireworks on the 2nd? Tomorrow's the 3rd. Oh, this month's been flying so damn fast. I'm sorry. Am I going to the fireworks tomorrow? Tomorrow is Tuesday. I might stop in there for a little bit. I'm sure they're not going to be too happy me walking around with this beautiful Team Carteret shirt. They're probably going to ask me to take it off like they asked me to take it off at the soccer and volleyball thing, and I'll tell them the same thing I told them. Kiss my culo. No, ain't going to happen. I might show up there tomorrow. Actually, we've been busy the past couple days since we haven't been able to get door knocking out. We've actually, me and Domestics were working on a special project with these shirts. We're doing shirts for JJ the Superhero. If anybody would like a shirt, please contact Joe Diorsi, 732-259-9393, or email him at joediorsi@gmail, or you can message me or message the Duvall family, and they're taking orders for that, and we're trying to get all the shirts ready and everything for the family and for anyone that would like to purchase one to wear at the wake or the funeral, just to support. So we've been busy actually with that. So I would like to stop down by the fireworks tomorrow, but if I have time, I definitely will, but business comes first, and that is of most importance to get them those shirts for Friday. So I have no problem going down to the fireworks tomorrow. I actually don't. Team Carteret, I love it. Pound Team Carteret all day. Mikey says laugh. Mike, sorry about PlayStation Network last night. I wound up passing out. We were rocking some Fortnite and some Dead by Daylight, and I wound up passing out from the damn heat. So I apologize to you and to your friend on there. My son leaves for U.S. Marine Corps boot camp on the 14th. After that, I'll come door knocking with you. Thank you, Kelly, and thank you to your son for pledging his service to the greatest country in the face of the world, to America. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And we were going to be, bless you. Thank you from the bottom of our hearts to everybody that served, to every man and woman out there, whoever defended our rights, our freedoms, put their life on the line. Thank you. To every man and woman in the police department, fire department, EMTs that risked their lives to save our lives. Thank you. Every single week, I like to thank these folks in our services, overseas, abroad, in the borough, because they deserve our thanks and our appreciation, because without them, we wouldn't be safe and sound. And it's really disgusting when we have an administration that wants to cut back on that manpower and keep us not safe. Shame on them. Shame on them. Team Carteret, truth and facts, no BS. You know what? That should actually be our slogan. It's time for a change. Truth and facts, no BS. I like that. Not a damn thing. Not a damn thing, Debbie. Andrew Jones says, high five. High five, my love. I'd rather give you a kiss. Okay, what did I miss? Rob, you missed quite a bit. You might want to replay this when we're done. Steve said, what up, Rich? Rich, give me those googly eyes. Hello with those hard eyes there, Rich. We didn't forget, Rich. Once we get stickers, we're going to give them to you. That's another thing, too, folks. If you guys would like to help support the campaign, please contact me. We got Fred Gattuso for mayor at the GoFundMe page. You can also donate cash, checks, whatever you like, Bitcoins. We do need more donations so we can make more shirts and signs and stuff like that. So if you'd like to, please do. If not, don't ask me where the shirts and stuff are, folks. Let's see here. Retention pond going up at No Street with trees, benches, ice skating. Hello, what about the flooding on Bergen, downhill by Carteret Ave, and on sewer backups in the basements on Pennsylvania? Christy, you're absolutely correct. Absolutely correct. We were talking about that a little bit earlier ago. Why is No Street more important than Bergen Street? Bergen Street, I'm sorry, folks, if you guys haven't seen these videos or seen it in person or these photos, it is horrible what is going on down there. Anytime it's even a little bit of rain, it's like a damn river. It's disgusting. At the end of Bergen there, it's horrible, horrible. Why, in 16 years, haven't they done a damn thing to fix that problem? Why are those folks not as important as the people on No Street? Why are the folks in West Carteret not more important? Or the folks on Pennsylvania Avenue, like you're saying? Folks, wake up! They don't give a damn about you. They did it by No Street. They'll say, "Oh, it was for the seniors. It was flooding over there." Yeah, it was flooding over there, but that wasn't the only spot in Carteret flooding, and still is. You did it over there because it's right next to Borough Hall, and it's cosmetically appeasing to what you're trying to do. That's what it is. Bergen Street, oh, it's out of the view, it's out of the distance. We built up these big condos, nobody will ever see it. Shame on you, folks. Shame on you for not fixing Bergen Street with the flooding. Shame on you for not fixing Pinot Street. Shame on you for not fixing Pennsylvania Ave. Shame on you for not fixing the whole damn town and having an in-depth, inadequate, friggin' sewer system that's outdated and causing people to want to sell their homes and leave. And they can't even get insurance for flooding because of the horrible sewer system we have in this town. But we got an ice skating rink coming in. Get the hell out of here. No, about the murders in the basement. Murders in the basement. Yeah, 2 Tree Street. Don't ever go to that basement. Like I said, if 1 or 2 people told me, maybe I'd be like, maybe they're pulling my leg or something. It's now up to about, last week was about 15 families, and since then it's been close to about 30 now who have come to me. Some people in tears, crying to me to help them about this basement. Because when they went to the police, the mayor switched detectives and then it went cold case. And now these people are ready to go, because they know they can't go to the county because the county's corrupt. They know they can't go to the state because the state's corrupt. And this Phil Murphy jackass, his buddies over there with $1 Million Mayor. From what I heard too from a few folks, that Phil Murphy already promised Dan Ryman a job if he loses this election. So let's get him out of the damn borough, folks. Seems like I missed a good one in the. So what's going on with the basement with the murders? People are getting murdered over there. It's getting covered up, allegedly, and it's getting covered up, and it's all in connection, allegedly, through these 5 families of Sikh families in Carteret, and allegedly, people who own gas stations in Carteret, who may or may not be on the council, are really the leader of this alleged family organization, and the mayor's a puppet for them. Hey, AJ. Hi. And like we said, allegedly, all the cocaine and drugs are coming in through the cabs at night to these 24-hour gas stations. Like I said, if that didn't rile you damn people up last week, what's going to? What's going to? Seriously. I don't know anymore. Should I just end this goddamn campaign? Because seriously, it's like people don't even care. We're exposing the shit that's happening. Excuse my French. We're exposing what's happening here in this damn town. And people are like, oh yeah, that's cool. No, man. You're cool with people getting killed in basements and possibly, allegedly, and people possibly covering up with that? Morally, that's disgusting. Morally and ethically, what this administration has been doing is disgusting. There was another one I told you about, the folks that they got fired for not being for having political beliefs that are different. There was other in these lawsuits how when they eminent domain some of these places over like the one up there by the art district, they just went and knocked down buildings without even people's permissions or even letting them know. And these people went back to their businesses, all their tax IDs, everything they had inside the place was destroyed, demolished. They were going to go to work like, where the hell's my business? It's destroyed. I'm not making this stuff up, folks. I got them all in paperwork. You want to see them? But like I said, they didn't give me the copy of the lawsuit that Mark Harushka put on the borough. Why? Hi, Mark. Mark, I know you're upset with me. You might start growing hair by the time you get so upset with me. Walgreens, corner of the hookers and happy sex life. Yeah, Rob. I think I might have told you that. I think I said it once on here. I was coming to do my podcast, and I got propositioned by a hooker in front of Walgreens. I was like, what the hell is going on here, man? Hello, Joe. Shout out to my brother-in-law, Joe, and my sister, T. Ox is watching. What up, Ox? Hell of a good cop. There is great cops in this town, folks, by the way. Don't let the bad ones ruin it for all the good ones. There's some really great, upstanding men and women in our uniforms. Robert, text me if you do. Me and my family will be with you. Okay, yeah, Rob, let me know, man, because if I have some free time tomorrow, I'd like to stop down maybe at the fireworks. I'm sure there'll be some fireworks if they see my face. $1 million mayor. Let's see here. Yeah, I'll stop in there for a little bit if it's cool. We need an Arby's in town too. My man, Rich. Last time you told me we need a Taco Bell. Now we need an Arby's too? You know what? Actually, speaking of corporations, that brings up a good thing I just clicked in my head. Somebody asked me the other day, it's cool that we have mom and pop shops and we want to help, mom and pop shops come into this town and start. But somebody made a good point to me about how come, speaking as Rich said this about the Arby's, how come we don't see more chain restaurants coming in this town? I mean, besides the Subway that Shabanko and Ryman allegedly own together, which is the only storefront down there at Roosevelt Ave, which was supposedly all going to be storefronts, by the way. And that name Kaplan, I see that name Kaplan come up a few times in these lawsuits and stuff too, by the way. Yeah. So somebody said to me, they got a feeling that the reason we don't get more of like chain restaurants like a Dunkin' Donuts, a McDonald's, a Burger King, is because those companies aren't so quick to pass the envelope. You know what I mean? Pass the envelope. Pay out. Side money. Side cash, allegedly. Those corporations, it's kind of hard to shake down McDonald's, right? Because let's be honest with you, that's what we've been told from many of these small businesses in Carteret, that the Carteret Business Partnership, it's like a shakedown. It's almost like the Black Hand, where they come in and they'll say, oh, you need to pay fees and dues, like they're a friggin' union. You need to pay dues for their sons to paint the bricks and take 3 months to paint bricks on the west side of Carteret, which doesn't even look like it's been painted. And you need, for the new facade on the outside that we're going to put up for you for the sign, you got to pay dues for that. Who the hell are you, Carteret Business Partnership? And then if you don't pay the fees, guess what happens? Just like in the Black Hand, like Godfather 2, the Black Hand. If you don't pay those fees or those dues, then The next day, the inspectors are down there, like the one that comes with a ruler to measure the grass. You should be embarrassed. Those ones that come and they inspect the building and they start finding things wrong with you. Oh, you got a health violation. Oh, you got a safety violation or fire. That's what they do. So if you don't pay, oh, somebody, thank you, person. I'm not going to say your name. Somebody just found me the lawsuit from Harushka online and just sent it to me. I'm going to look that over as soon as we're done here. I might post that. Hi, Mark. Thank you for finding that for me, my friend. Thank you. Okay, so back to so what we were saying about the chain restaurants. You don't really see maybe chain restaurants because maybe you can't shake down McDonald's as you can say maybe, I don't know, pizza parlors in West Carteret. And then put dumpsters right in front of them when they don't pay your dues. So we've been talking to a lot of folks. A lot of folks. All right, we get back here. It says here what we got here. We need Arby's in town. Fred, we care. Kelly, I care too. If I didn't care, I would not be putting my neck out like this. And I would not be trying to fight for the residents and for this town. If I wanted a nice, peaceful, healthy life, I would just work with the kids, try to help people, be with my loved one, Angie Joan, be with my family, and I could live a very peaceful, happy life without any of this, to be honest with you. And the reason I am fighting is because I care. Because I do care for you, Kelly. I care for your kids. I care for everybody on your block, on my block, on every damn block in this town. I care for everybody that's been mistreated and misused and abused and discriminated against and retaliated against from this crony administration that we have. I'm sick of it. And when nobody else put their foot up to stand up and do something, that's when I had to. Oh, we got another document too. I'm going to check them out in a little bit, my friend. Thank you, my friend. You know, I'm not going to say your name. You know, I love you. In the words of Brother Love, I love you. All right, I love yous all. That's why I'm fighting for you folks. So if I don't get a bullet in my head by the end of this election, it'll be a miracle. You know, hopefully Redemption Day comes and the mayor leaves the borough in handcuffs before the election. Wouldn't that be karma? Wouldn't that be? Crazier things have happened, folks. Also, not cool. My taxes went up $300 a quarter. Really, Jackie? So that's $1,200 a year. Really? Your taxes went up? I thought the mayor was doing so great on keeping everybody's taxes down. With his micromanagement, stealing money from this fund to put it into this fund, from this fund, allegedly, maybe like $5 million missing from the Board of Ed to go over to this, to go over to that, to go over to this. You steal from Jack, you pay Peter, you pay Paul, you rob us all. I'm sorry about that, Jackie. That's not cool. Well, guess what? Your taxes are going to go up even more next year if $1 million Mayor Daniel J. Ryman gets his pension and wins this election. Everyone's taxes are going to go up on that. So you're guaranteed higher taxes next year, folks. On top of all the grants that we have to pay back that really aren't grants. You know, they say $3 million grant, then you read it's $2.5 million we have to pay back with an interest. So really we're paying back more than $2.5 million. It's not a grant. So everybody's taxes are going to be going up if he wins. Remember that, folks. Oh, somebody posted here. Case law, fine, New Jersey Superior Court. Thank you, Sharon. Thank you. I wonder if that is the lawsuit that we were talking about. Everybody's watching. Hello, everybody that's watching. Lydia, hello, Lydia. Kelly, karma always comes around. Yes, karma does. Sometimes it's instant karma gonna get you. Just like John Lennon said, sometimes it takes a little bit. But trust me, I would not want to be this council or this mayor when the karma does come. Or anybody around him in that little tight-knit, pathetic circle they have there that walk around thinking like they're the monarch, like they're the kings. This is America. We don't have kings. But you guys think you're above the law. And you've thought that for so long. And he's corrupted and tainted the system so bad, not just at a borough level where you lost control of your police department, internal affairs and everything, but you're also corrupt at a county level. You're also corrupt at the state level. That's why I should probably bite my tongue on that. Any bombs we're going to drop, we ain't dropping them here. Because you're all corrupt, from the top to the bottom. You are. You seriously are. Karma will always come around. He can share a jail cell with his cop brother who likes to beat up people. Whoa! Yes, I agree. I agree. Joe got to go. Joe got to go, and Dan ain't a man. That's what I say about those two. All right, Rob, thumbs up. All right, we're on an hour already, folks. Slap right there, Rob. All right, so we're on an hour now. It's 8:06. I think it's time to wrap this up. I'd like to say thank you to everybody that watched this week. Please, folks, share this with everybody out there. Diamond Dan. I ain't no diamonds on him. There's a lot of other names I could think of with the word D for Dan. We'll just call him the $1 Million Mayor since he got so offended we called him Handsome Dan. Remember that, Dan? We called you Handsome Dan. You wanted to find out what people in your community leaked that information to us. You don't realize it yet, do you, Dan? You don't have people. How could you trust anybody when all your people are coming back telling us everything? Oh, this is Bob's wife. Hello there, Bob's wife, Tracy. So yeah, please share this, everybody. Like I said, maybe you'll see me tomorrow down the 4th of July event. You know, I really don't like to be in the same area as the scum council and the mayor, but maybe I will show up down there. So everybody, please have a good, safe, happy 4th of July weekend, even though it's in the middle of the week. Enjoy your backyard barbecues, your brews, your fireworks. Please be safe. Don't lose no fingers, no toes. I had a buddy years ago. He's passed away now, but he almost, well, he didn't almost. He blew off his face friggin' at a backyard barbecue pig roast we had about 20 some years ago. So it's not funny at all. But please be safe. Have your fun, but you know, do it cool. Look after the old folks, the seniors, the pets, everything with the heat and everything. Like I said, please say your prayers and your thoughts and condolences for JJ, the superhero, to the family. We will see you folks again next week. Happy 4th. Lydia says happy 4th. Happy 4th, Lydia. Happy 4th to everybody. May the 4th be with you. May the 4th be with all of us. Let's fight, folks. Team Carteret. I know November 6th seems like it's so far away, but it really isn't. And I want to reiterate this again. They have no idea who you are voting for when you go into that voting booth. So don't let these wanksters try to intimidate you like they've done in lawsuits here where they fire people because, you know, they had a different political belief. That's true, folks. That's true. Well, folks, oh, they don't do that. They don't do that. BS. Would you like to see the proof? Would you like the docket numbers? They do. They've done it before and they still do it. And they retaliate against people who watch my videos now. They've done it to OEMs. They've done it to people in other departments. They've questioned people. Shame on you. What the hell was I just saying? The 4th. Yes, please. We, November 6th, it's not as far away as it may seem. We really need to fight together to win back our town. We really do, folks. And I'll be honest with you, if I don't win, it's not that I lost, it's the town lost. Because you're going to get the same crap you've been dealing with for 16 years and higher taxes. And you'll be having the mayor sitting back like this with his little martini with Dan Solanas fanning him down, feeding him grapes, and Trebenko rubbing him up with oil, thinking that they're kings. It's been going on for years, especially teachers. Yes, it is. Debbie says you need a shirt. Debbie, please, let me message me what size and whatnot. They're $10 a piece, the shirts for JJ that Domestics are doing, and we'll make sure that we get you on the list for that. I want to say, everybody, have a good week. Let's celebrate the birth of America. It's a great thing. Another thing I wanted to discuss, Tom, I didn't forget, the Scouts leader, Tom, has been asking me for a while now, and for some reason it slips my mind. I've mentioned it a couple of times. The Scouts are looking for new members. We need new members for the Scouts before the organization has gone out of Carteret. So please, if you have any young kids that want to join the Scouts, please contact American Legion, or you contact me. I can get you in touch with Tom. Scouts are a great thing. They teach a lot of great traits. Maybe if some councilmen's kids were Scouts, they wouldn't be stalking people and crying about their shoes. So folks, have a good one. Have a safe one. Have a beer for me. If there's a barbecue or something going on tomorrow, message me. Maybe I'll stop by if we're done with the shirts or we're stopped with the fireworks. Huh? Okay. And I guess I'll say good night from my sister and my brother-in-law's house, live. So everybody have a good week, and I will talk to you next week. I'm going to tell you right now, we got some bombs to drop next week, and I'm going to drop them. We don't got enough time right now, but the podcast of this will be up tomorrow. I'll work on it tonight when I get home. So we'll have the podcast ready for you. You can listen to this on your audio. But I'm going to tell you this right now. Administration, besides the residents and Team Carteret, you guys please watch it too and share this with all your friends, because folks need to know what's really going on in this town. And if there's one person that's going to tell you the straight up truth and honesty, it's going to be me. But administration, Dan, Chabanko, Crum, DeMassall, Joe Hall, all you jokers, even Naples. I suggest that you all watch next week, because next week, shame is coming. Shame is coming. All right, folks, you have a good night. Have a good week. And we going to get them bastards. Trust me. November 6th, I need you all to come out and fight with me and get them, because the war is on. The battle of the borough is on. And you ain't backing me down with all your little cheap shots, with all your little trickery, with all your little distractions you want to try. You ain't backing me down. I don't think you've realized that yet, administration. No matter how many cronies you send, no matter how many little messengers you send, no matter what departments they come from, you ain't backing me down, bitch. It ain't happening. All you're doing is adding fuel to my fire. Okay? I got you in my scope. I'm just waiting. I'm waiting. Next week, bombs dropping. So, have a good week. Happy 4th of July. Namaste. And we will see you then. Have a good one, folks. Love y'all. Oh.